Hello friends. So we have already discussed few programs like reversing a string, reverse words in string, reverse each word in string. So today we will be going to discuss about reversing string while retaining spaces. So let's start. In reverse a string, my input string was hi, I am Sonal. So I have simply reversed it. The element, the character at last index was present on in the first index, then second last at the second index, third last at the third index, like that. But here in the fourth program, I want the spaces should be retained. For example, if after two characters there's a space, I should have a space at two characters in the output string as well. Now then after the third character I have a space, so I should have a space at after third character as well. Okay. So if this is my string, hi, I am Sonal, the output I want is like LA, it is reversing the string, but then there should be a space after two characters, that is at the second index. Then I will put my third character N, and after third character there's a space, so I should have a space in the output string as well. So this is how I'm going to reverse my string. So I've created a class reverse string while retaining spaces. Actually, this is, I don't know what at I have recorded this video multiple times, but due to electricity issue, it didn't go. So let's start. So this is my string, input string. Hi, I am Sonal. Then since I have to access the index, okay, so I have to put space at the same index as the input string. So I will convert it into a character array. So let's call our input character array as C1, and I converted it into a character array using two-char array method. Then I need a character array of output as well. So I will call it C2, and the length of the output character array will be same as the input character array. Okay, so now wherever there is a space in the input character array, I will put space at the same position in the output character array as well. Okay, so I am iterating through the input character array, and if my C1I is equal to space, okay, then I will put space at the same ith index in the C2 array as well. Okay, so if you see here, this is my input string, and here I have converted it into a character array. So at zeroth, I have H. At first index, I have I. Then second index, there is space. Like that, I have converted. And then I've created a C2 array and kept space at the same index as the input array. So it will check if C1I is equal to space. No, it is not. Then increment. If C1 of 1 is equal to space, no it is not. Increment. Is C2 of 2 equal, is C1 of 2 equal to space? Yes, C1 of 2 is equal to space, so I will put C2 of 2 also equal to space. Then it will increment. Is C1 of 3 equal to space? No, it is not. Simply increment. If C1 of 4 equal to space, yes it is, so I will put C2 of 4 also equal to space, and similarly C2 of 7 is also space. Now I have to put the other elements in a reverse fashion. That is the first element of the C1, that is H. Oops. That is the first element of the C1, that is H, will be put at the last position. Then the second element of C1, which is I, will be put at the second last position. Like that we will put the other elements. So I will store the last index in a variable called J. Okay, here I will store the last index of C2. And at the last index, I will put the first element, then second element, keep decrementing J and keep putting ith value. So again, I will iterate through the input character array. So at the last index j, I will put my C1 I. Okay. And then I will keep decrementing j and I will be incrementing as with this loop. So there will be some conditions also that we need to consider. So let's see which condition we need to consider. So first I will put C1 of 0 here, which is h. Then j will be incremented. Then I will put C1 of 1, which is I. Then it will be incremented. Then I will put C1 of 2. What is C1 of 2? Space. We don't want to put space. We have kept the space where it was required earlier only. So if it is space, I will just skip it. Okay. I will just increment I and do nothing. So if I have to keep elements only when my C1 of I is not equal to space. So this condition we will check. If it is space, I will just skip it. So C1 of 2 is just skipped. Okay, then I will put the next element, which is I. Okay, and then again I will put in decrement j and I will put the next element. So after I there is again space. I will do nothing. I will skip it. And if it is, I will put the next element, which is a. Then I will put the next element and decrement j. I will put m. Then after m again, my I is a space. So if my I is space, I have to do nothing and increment S. I mean, I will increment it. So I will put S. But I don't want to put S at the seventh position. If there is a space, I don't want to replace it with an element, right? So I will put one more condition that if my C2J is equal to space, then just decrement J and put it uh, in the next position. So I will just decrement j and will put my I at as sixth position. Okay. Then again I will put decrement j and put my I at O. Now again my j is equal to space. So if it is space, just decrement j and put I at the next position. And I is also continuously incrementing. So again my it is space. So I will decrement j and put ith as first position. And then again I will decrement j and put my I value at zeroth position. Okay. So how it is doing is first I is 0. It will check if C10 is not equal to space. So C10 is H. It is not equal to space. Great. It will check if C2J is equal to space. So at the last index, 12th index, C2J is also not space. So it will skip this and it will put C2J, that is C2 of 12 equal to C1 of 0. C1 of 0 is what? H. So at C2 of 12, it will put H. So at the last index, it will put H. And then it will decrement J. J will become 11. And it in the loop, I will become 1. Okay, then it will again check. Is my C1 of 1 not equal to space? That's correct. C1 of 1 is I. That is not equal to space. It will check if C2 of J equal to space. C2 of J is 11 now. C2 of J 11 also is not equal to space. So it will skip this condition and at 11th position it will put first position, first character at C1. First character, that is basically the character present at the first index in C1, which is I. So and then J will decrement below. So that's how it will reverse the entire character and put it in C2. So when it will reach 12, then it will get incremented again. So it will become 13. So 13 does not satisfy the condition that I is less than C1 dot length. So it will come out of the loop. When it will come out of the loop, I will just simply print my C2 and I will convert it into a string. Okay, so let's run this program. So it says exception. Index 13 out of bounds for length 13. Okay. So what happens here is, so I have to take dot C2 dot length minus 1 because the length is 13 but it starts from the 12th index. Because the indexing starts from 0. Okay. So at 12th position we are putting the first element. So let's run it. Let me save it first. Now let's run it. Okay, sorry. I don't have to take toString because that is not the method that converts it into a string. So I will take string method value of. Okay. And this is my C2. Now let's run it. So now I got the correct output. So here the space, so here as you can see the space is retained. So string dot, if you use toString, so toString is not the correct method. That was giving some memory address because arrays are not overriding toString method of object class. So here we are converting character array to string using string dot value of. So as you can see the output is correct, the string is reversed and the space is retained. If you have any doubt in this program, let me know in the comment section and I will clear it. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching and I will see you in my next video. And if you like this video, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.